Not all character letters are created equal. Character letters are an important tool when you're trying to get a reduced sentence in state court or federal court. So you want to convince the DA to give you a better offer in state court, or you want to convince the judge to give you a lower sentence in federal court. Character letters are a tool that defense attorneys encourage defendants to use all the time. So what needs to be in a character letter? State court's different. I'm going to focus really on federal court and what needs to be in the character letter, how to get them, how many to get. And the most important thing that I've heard from judges over and over again is that the letter should state that the person writing the letter knows about your case. So in the past, I've actually recorded a video about character letters where I said it doesn't matter if you talk about the offense. It can be just like a job recommendation. That is not the case in federal court. I attend these conferences all the time where judges speak, and this is a theme that has come up a couple of times. The judge wants to know that the person writing the letter knows about your offense, that you've been honest with them, that you've shared with them the fact that you're in trouble, and you feel badly about what you did, and that they are going to be looking out for you, that they know what your plans are for the future, and they are going to hold you accountable. So this is critical for a character letter in federal court. What else does the character letter say? People ask me all the time, do you have a sample character letter? The judges hate boilerplate letters. So if all of your letters look the same, sound the same, the judge isn't even going to read them in some cases. The judge wants to see that there's a different voice speaking, there are different fonts, there are different letterheads. Now you can't put personal identifying information like your address or phone number if you're not a business in a character letter, or the lawyer has to redact that information before filing it with the court, which is a pain in the ass, so don't do it. But you want the letters to all look reasonably different. Your letters should say, I am so-and-so's friend, I've grown up with them, I've known them their whole life, we went to school together, this is what I know about them. And this is what I know about his case. I know he messed up, I know he did a terrible thing, and he is so remorseful, he doesn't sleep at night, he's worried sick about his family, his children, that if he has to serve time, what's going to happen to them. But I know that this isn't who this person is, and I know what his plans are for the future, that he intends to try to get a job doing X, or that he intends to go into rehab, or whatever it is. You want this letter to be meaningful. It shouldn't just be a line or two, and you don't want to tell the judge what to do. Judges hate that. So if you say, please give him probation, the judge is going to just laugh that off, right? Because you don't know the law, you don't know what sentencing guidelines apply when you're writing a character letter. Now, yeah, of course you can say, please be merciful. That's human nature. But you don't want to tell the judge what to do. You just want to give the judge information if you're the person writing the character letter. So no, there is no sample letter. There is no format for the letter, except that it should include the fact that you know about the offense, the fact that you've known this person for X number of years, how you know them, what you know about them, and what you think that they are going to do after this is all over. So those are important elements. However you want to write that letter is totally up to you. It needs to be in your own unique voice though. And I've actually had judges even comment to me at sentencing about how they knew that the letters were all written by different people. And one letter, somebody called my client a good dude, and the judge commented on that she thought that was really authentic. And I'll never forget that. It was pretty funny. So character letters, how many do you need? Well, if they're really quality letters, it doesn't matter if there's a bunch of them, maybe 5, maybe 10. I had one client who submitted 160 character letters. He was a psychologist who had helped many, many people, and they absolutely loved him, so they were just flooding him with letters, and the judge said she got too many character letters in that case. So 100 letters that all say the same thing are completely meaningless to the judge. If you have 5 or 10 really beautiful letters, really heartfelt, meaningful letters, the judge is going to read them and really take them into consideration. You also want to have those letters prior to your pre-sentence interview so that the probation officer preparing your pre-sentence report can read these letters and incorporate portions of the letters into your sentencing or your pre-sentence report, and then your lawyer can also attach them to your sentencing position paper or sentencing arguments. So you need to start working on this early on in your case, because people are busy, people forget, people can be unreliable. This isn't necessarily the number one most important thing in their life, even though it is the number one most important thing in your life. So you sometimes have to bother people. I know somebody who got in trouble and she had to bug me a few times to write her letter. I ultimately did write a great letter for her, but it took some reminding because I'm busy. So this is something that you want to be diligent about. Follow up with people, ask them nicely, obviously, but these are the important things, and the judge is going to look at them. The judge is going to take these things into consideration because it is part of what they must consider at sentencing. They must consider the nature and circumstances of the offense. What led you here? Why did you engage in this conduct? And the history and characteristics of the defendant. So if these people have known you for years and they know that you're a really, truly good, kind, giving person, or you've been through some horrible past trauma, and they talk about that, these are factors that the court must consider at sentencing on top of the federal sentencing guidelines. So character letters can be a very important tool at sentencing, but you want them to be super high quality, not just, I've known Joe, I think he'd be a great asset to your company. That letter is going to go in the trash. So that's the importance of character letters.